Hello everyone, it's Safrina from Feng Shui and Prosper, and it's been a while since my last live stream, and I know some of you guys have been checking in to see when the next one is. So I'm back from my Asian trip. I'm back from my trip to Jamaica, which was for a friend's wedding and a consult, and now I am back back in the office, and I have something that's been, to be honest, I wasn't prepared to speak of so soon, but I've been getting a lot of requests, a lot of questions around it, and you guys know when it comes to me, I listen to what you guys need, right? And therefore, today's live stream, we are talking about karma, specifically what karma has to do with Chinese metaphysics, and what does karma have to do with changing your life. And in fact, it has a lot to do with all of those. So let's get into it. I have one of the question that, or comment that recently came up in one of the Facebook threads is the idea of changing your life and changing your destiny, and how much control does one actually have around that. Now, there are many schools of thought on this, right? But if you follow me for any amount of time, you have heard me say that absolutely nothing is set in stone. So even if, hey Verna, so even if you were to go to an astrologer and the astrologer tells you that you even gives you a time of your death, a date and time of your death, or if someone tells you based on your numerology or whatever that you are doomed to be alone, that you're never going to find love and things like that, even if it's something that you are born with, i.e. your astrology, or even your destiny, that is not set in stone, okay? I truly, truly believe that with the right tools, with the right effort and commitment, that you can still definitely shift the trajectory of your life. Now, today we are talking about karma. And karma, again, there are many beliefs out there that tell you that you are chained to your karma, be it positive karma or negative karma. And karma, in case, if you've been following Feng Shui, the word karma probably is not a new term for you, but just in case if you're not familiar with the term of karma, my own explanation of the term karma is past life energy, okay, that is brought into your current life and is part and parcel of the spiritual life lesson that we're all meant to go through. So all of us have different karmic experiences. All of us have different karmic debts. All of us have different karmic lessons that we need to go through. And therefore, just kind of shifting it back into Chinese metaphysics and how it relates is, you guys have heard me talk about the 3 levels of luck, right? Heaven luck, mankind luck, and earth luck. Again, for those who are brand new to me, I'm going to repeat this again. Heaven luck is your karma, your destiny, your Chinese astrology, the kind of family that you're born into, right? These are the things that some people will say it's non-changeable, that you have no power of changing heaven luck, okay? Second level of luck is earth luck, and that is where Feng Shui comes in, right? We're fixing the energy that's external, outside of our body, our spaces, our homes, our offices, our retail stores. That is earth luck, where you're changing the energy so that it is as supportive of you as possible. And then there's the mankind luck, which I call it the inner Feng Shui, right? Your fears, your worries, your self-discipline, your commitment, your ambition, your self-worth, your self-confidence, your actions, your decisions. That's mankind luck. Now, a lot of people say that, well, for me at least, Feng Shui is the easiest one to take care of, right? And many of you guys who've either done private consult with me or have done the annual Feng Shui webinar with me, you know that by proper placements of Feng Shui, you're taking care of the earth luck, you're seeing shifts. But the heaven luck is where many experts will tell you that you're kind of saddled with, right? So if you have bad money karma, or if you have bad relationship karma or bad health karma, that you're kind of just stuck with it. I do not subscribe to that. Okay, so that is where karma comes in. Karma comes in the heaven luck, and those are, I believe, to be spiritual life lessons that, if we don't learn, lessons that we didn't learn in the past life, that we kind of have to keep learning in our current life. And if we don't learn the lesson that we're meant to learn based on this karmic lesson in this life, then we're going to bring it into our next life and the following life and the following life and the following life. And some of you guys know I've done my certification in past life regression and Akashic records. And my mentors tell me that many of us, we've gone through hundreds of lifetimes, right? So isn't it sad if we have a lesson that we're meant to learn, but we don't learn and it's stuck with us, right? Be it in bad relationship or in really bad health or in stresses around money. Wouldn't it be sad if this is the lesson that we're meant to learn and we've been given so many lifetimes to learn it, but we just either are not aware enough to grasp this lesson, or maybe not given the opportunity to figure out what we're meant to learn from it? Because many of us, when life throws us a curveball, right, we feel defeated, we feel frustrated, we get depressed. And, we're all human, right? But if it is and this is what I tell my clients all the time, how do you know if it's a karmic pattern? It's very likely a karmic pattern or a karma-related issue if you're seeing the same pattern happening in your life over and over and over again. Let's say you're constantly being cheated by people and thus it's hard for you to trust people. Or you're constantly surrounded by people who put you down. Or you're constantly, or maybe chronic pain, right? And so there's definitely many different scenarios for it. But look at your life. If there is a pattern that's been going on for the longest time, it is a very big clue that it could potentially be a karmic issue. Okay, so let me just quickly check to see if there are any comments here. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm seeing many people watching right now. Awesome. So karma was one of the questions that came up in one of the Facebook groups, or at least astrology was. And that's why I did plan to have this live training down the road, but based on that thread and based on the other private conversations that I've been having with people, I realized this training needed to be brought forward. And so I know I am holding a live training on finding the karmic cause of whatever that is frustrating you right now. It's happening on Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this will be, give us at least 2 hours, although you guys know me, we might go a little bit over, right? But if you want to join me, give yourselves at least 2 hours to join me in this live training. If you can't join me live, replays are going to be sent out as well. But in this training, we are going to go over the types of karma. There's 3 types of karma. And after that, so a little bit of learning, and then we're going to go into a very simple but very powerful journey into your Akashic record. And that's going to be another thing. Let me talk about Akashic record in a minute. And in the meditation, I'm going to guide you guys into your Akashic record where you can figure out we will go in with everyone will go in with one issue in mind. It can be your money, your career, your business, your relationship, your health, whatever. Just focus on one issue. And then when we go into that journey, we're going to figure out which of the 3 types of karma is affecting this issue and get insights from it. We're going to work with your spiritual guides. We can ask questions and get answers. And from there, from the insights and from guidance, then in real life now we can be more self-aware. We may have more compassion for ourselves and for other people who are involved in our situation. We may find enlightenment or aha moments in terms of, this is why I keep falling into this trap in this area in my life. And that self-awareness is key to stopping yourself from going into that trap one more time, right? And that is how you break that karmic pattern. When you're aware, when you take action, when you heal what can or needs to be healed, then that karmic pattern stops. And that's how we stop ourselves from taking that same karmic lesson into our future lifetimes. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I know some of you might not be open to the idea of, reincarnation or past life or future life. Then obviously, if that's the case, then this might not be the training for you. But if you are on the same wavelength as me, that you believe that there is something blocking you and you don't know how to go around it, or if you keep seeing the same friggin' pattern in your life, these monsters just rearing its head in your life over and over and over again, you don't know where it comes from. With this training, you can get answers as to whether it's a past life issue, and then you'll move forward in terms of what you can do about it. Right? Sometimes the healing is just by being aware. Sometimes the healing is by more action, right? It depends on what your spiritual guides tell you. It could be forgiveness, it could be action, it could be other remedies or other suggestions that they can give for you to break through this karmic debt. Okay, so Akashic record is, again, it's a concept that can be hard to wrap your head around, but the Akashic record basically means everything that has happened in the energy world, in the universe, is recorded. Okay, some people have a vision of a library, but it can be anything, right? It can be. It doesn't have to be like a proper visual stuff. But if a library works for you, then you can think about a library, right? Imagine a big library, let's say, where all these books record every pattern, every thought, every action, every energetic existence, if I'm explaining it right, is recorded, the past, in the Akashic record. And therefore, the past in our current life is recorded, and the past in our past lives are recorded as well. And not just for people. Like I've done Akashic record readings for my clients on their homes, on their businesses. Everything that has energy has an Akashic record. Okay? Like we've done, I've done Akashic record readings for homes when it wasn't when we weren't able to sell it, even with all the feng shui done. And it doesn't happen to me very often. Usually when a feng shui is done to activate for home sale, that happens usually very quickly. For me, it's an average of 2 weeks. But this particular house, even after feng shui was on the market for a while, and I went into the Akashic record and I spoke to the spirit guide of the house. And the spirit guide gave me insights about the house, that it needed additional remedies above and beyond feng shui. And that was what I relayed to my client after. And I do the Akashic record for my business as well as my clients' businesses, where we go into the business. Again, we work with our spiritual guides and we ask a question, right? We laser focus on one question, on one concern, one situation, and then we get advice and next steps from it, right? So really, anything is energy. Really, if you really think about it, it's alive. It's got a pulse. It's got a chart. It's got its own Akashic record, right? Even if you think of a space is not alive, really, there's energy in our home, right? So if you think about energies, it's constantly moving. For me, it's lively. There's life in there. And so that's part of the reason why just yesterday, actually, I actually had a different training in mind for April, but I decided to swap it out for this one instead. And so again, to reiterate, for those of you guys who are, just going back to the Akashic record a little bit more, so the Akashic record is really good with going back into the past, but you can also use the Akashic record to rewrite your past and also to pre-write your future. We're not going to cover that in the training because obviously that's going to take more hours. That will be future modules. But for the one that's happening this Thursday night, we will go into getting answers for one of your questions and to see if there's any karmic or past life root to it. And also to ask for a specific action that you can do to shift that karmic pattern around. Okay, hope that makes sense. Do you guys have any questions? Yeah, Verna says, sometimes I feel that there are things that I feel it happened already or a place like I've been there. Exactly. That's actually a sign of past life. My husband, who's a Caucasian guy, he's very into Asian culture. He loves Asian food. He's been doing yoga every morning for the past 17 years. So I told him he must be Asian in a past life. It just comes so naturally to him, right? So that's So that's one of the clues that there's a past life influence there. So if you guys are interested in joining, again, it's March. Wait, not 23rd. I think it's 19th. Sorry. Hold on. Let me take that off. It's this Thursday, so it's March 19th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you want to sign up, it's bit.ly/karmic cause. bit.ly/karmic cause. Now, for those of you guys who are already in manifesting code, do not register for this because it's already in your membership. You guys will have access to this. Okay. Sorry, April 19th. Thanks, Mitch. Verna, you're already in manifesting code, so you will get this. Okay. So let me just do a quick April. There you go. There you go. Okay, so let me just double check with my calendar that it is the 19th. Yes, that's correct. All right, so April 19th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go at least 2 hours, but we might go a little bit more. And it's going to be all recorded. If you can't join us live, then the replay will be sent out. And this meditation, you can use it over and over and over again. Because obviously, if every journey into your Akashic record, you choose one question, then you can use the same tool to go into your Akashic record and ask another question, right? So this is a tool, again, Akashic records, people make it sound like it's really like hard to access, but really it's not. You just need to have the right tools, be guided properly. Now, to be honest with you, if you guys have been doing meditation or visualization, then you will get better results from this journey compared to people who are not used to meditating or not used to any quieter, like going inward. If you don't currently have a practice where you regularly go inward, get quiet, go inward, then it will be a little bit harder for you to, not to say get access to your Akashic record. You'll still access your Akashic record, but the message might not come out as strongly as it could. But again, I don't want it to stop you guys to register. You can register now, get the replays, and start a meditation practice so that whenever you go into your Akashic record, then your answers are going to get clearer and stronger for you. Okay. CJ is asking, how about sorry, what was it that you're asking? Oh, deja vu. Oh, deja vu. So let me, hold on. CJ is asking, how about deja vu? It's like you already saw it happen before. Yeah, I definitely get deja vus quite a bit. There's many different explanations to it. One is that when you're sleeping, our soul or our spirit space travels, right? Astral travel, I think some people call it. Travels through time and space and travels into the future. And I'll share with you something. It's not really past life or Akashic record, but since we're talking about deja vu, and the same thing is how our spirit can travel into the future. We can travel into the past as well, and that is where we will do another training of using Akashic record to rewrite the past. That's a separate one, okay? That's to come in the future. But when I was in Malaysia, I was probably 14 or 15. I dreamt of myself wiping a table, and I was a waitress. I was wiping a table. I dreamt the t-shirt, it had a logo, and everything was crystal clear in that dream. And I remember waking up as a teenager. I was laughing. I was like, oh my God, can you imagine me as a waitress? Right? And fast forward, I was 22 in Canada, and I was in university, and I was working part-time in a restaurant, and I was wiping a table, and I stopped. Because deja vu, that dream came back to me. It was the exact same table, the exact same tablecloth that I was using to wipe the table, the exact same black polo t-shirt with the exact same logo, the exact same restaurant. And this was probably 8-9 years apart between me dreaming it and it actually happening in real life. And another beauty of the Akashic record is, just like, again, if you think about the library where the books wrote down all the past, right? Everyone's past. Then you can use that same library to write your future. And I've kind of mentioned this a little bit, to pre-write your future. And this is part of the Law of Attraction series that I will be slowly introducing to you guys, mostly in Manifesting Code, but those outside of Manifesting Code, you will get some of the training as well. So that's, Rhoda, it is, oh, okay. So my battery went out, my camera went out of battery, but I'm switching to my computer now. So yes, it was, Rhoda, you're right. It is out of topic, but it is very interesting in that the whole time and space conundrum, and that's part of where the human mind or the ego mind is finding it a little bit hard to understand, right? How could we travel to the past, travel to the future, change our past, change our future? We'll talk a little bit about changing our past, okay? I'm not going to go too much into it right now. But anyway, so that's it. So that is my thought about why, even if it's a karmic debt, even if it's a karma thing, especially a negative karma thing, don't think you can't change it. Okay? An Akashic record is not the only way for us to gain access. Where us in Manifesting Code, down the road, we're going to talk about past life regression as well. But the whole idea is to be an investigator into your past life, to get clues from there, and then figure out how and why it's linked back to your current situation. And if it's a negative situation, then you can shift that. Once you know what it is, then you can fix it, right? Like Dr. Phil says, you can't fix what you don't acknowledge or can't acknowledge. And many of us, because it's a past life thing, it's hard for us to acknowledge because we don't know how to get that information, right? We can't mine that information. So nothing is set in stone. So even in heaven luck, in Chinese metaphysics, heaven luck, earth luck, mankind luck, even in heaven luck, we can still fix it. Okay? Rhoda, remind me, Rhoda, are you in Manifesting Code? If you want to register for it, it's over here. It's bit.ly/karmic cause. Here, you guys. Over here. At the bottom of the screen here. And it's happening April 19th, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this is the link to register for it. It is a paid training. But like I said, you get the replays and you can use that same journey over and over and over again. Honestly, you can use that same recording for years to go into, many different aspects of your life and many different past lives as well. So, all right. Any other questions? Any other questions? If not, I'm just going to leave this here and hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday night. Take care.